3, 2. Hello, and welcome to Requiem, the Punished. This is going to be our first attempt at an evil-based campaign. Well, not first. First attempt in a while. Based in the Requiem system that I'm currently producing and making. With us
No, we're
today, we
producing.
have our normal 3 players for Wednesday. But this time they're playing a little bit more of a darker role in this game. So, let's have fun with that. Want to go over a little explanation of everybody's characters? Let's go ahead and start with you, Craw.
I am Kral Plesak. I am a transcended rune hunter. What's the word for hired, I guess? By the great noble Creed. Mr. Creed. I'm not able to pronounce his first name.
Nor am I.
Yeah, well, that's the price you pay for random generating names. I am a tall, pale-skinned fellow, very simple clothing, and long, flowing white hair.
Alright, and how about next? We start with Adelaus.
That's me. I'm Atalaeus Creed, the son of the rightful king of this city that we're starting in. I'm a human noble and a bit of a dickbag.
Sums it up.
Appearance-wise, I'm tall, blonde hair, and well-dressed, I guess.
And then lastly,
I am an Arachnia female. She's got gray roots that fade into a darker black. Wears like a leather long sleeve top, high necked, and she has, what is it, 6 legs?
yeah,
And
6
2 arms?
spider legs.
Okay. 6 spider legs and human arms. My name's Bayera, and her nickname's Ira. And I am a witch.
So the party starts off in a... Actually, you guys start off on the road when you finally meet up with each other. You are currently leaving Prim to go down to a local village that you heard, Adelaus, recently. They've been shrieking out on their duties of properly supplying Prim with grain and food. It's a farming village, more of a trough, called Easy Seed.
There's a joke to be made there, but I won't be the one to make it.
It's too easy to seed there.
So eventually you guys would have met up on your travels, slowly being indoctrinated by Creed's money, essentially.
Yay, how much are you paying us?
Yeah, how much are you paying them, Creed?
I don't know, how much is the Royal Treasury willing to pay out?
Nothing. How much are you paying them, Creed?
Nothing. I'll give you like 20 gold.
A day.
No. You don't get rich by handing out money.
No, you did.
I got handed money. I'll pay you well when the job's complete. How about that?
Alright, so 20 gold starting and then...
Yep, 20
Paid
gold
when-
deposit,
Okay.
then cash on delivery.
So the scene opens up with the 3 of you walking to the village that's about a 2-day walk away from Prim currently, heading to the east.
Why am I walking?
You
I have a
horse.
carriage or a horse?
No,
I'm just a
you
horse.
don't.
You're the youngest, remember? You gotta make a name.
Yeah, sure.
So you're on your way as you guys start your travels. You continue down the streaking path that heads towards Easy Seed. It's a well-traveled path, so most of the ground is flattened to the ground, and there's a very distinct pathway to go down that way. The grass in the area has been long since dead or inert from growing due to the amount of traveling the armies have made through the last warring times, which was literally like 5 to 10 years ago, and it still hasn't had a reasonable enough time to grow back properly. There's still remnants of small skirmishes and fights to be found in the area, rusted weapons, bodies that can be long since been forgotten.
Anything salvageable?
Possibly.
I would like to search.
So on your travels, you see Kral break off from the initial road to start walking in the short dead grass, looking like he's just looking around.
Yeah, I think nothing of it. If he strays out of sight, then I'll shout at him.
Yeah, as you're walking, continuing your pace, he slows down to a point where you look over his shoulder and he's beyond the reasonable limits to being field protected by a bodyguard.
I guess I had to kind of stop and fold my arms, look expectantly at him.
Sorry, sir. I thought I saw something in the shadows.
In the grasses.
I hurriedly make my way back. Never be too sure nowadays.
If you wish to protect me, stay by my side. Otherwise, I can just send the hunters after you.
You're muted.
I just muted myself.
Oh, I'm just getting spam messaged. I'm gonna have fun stuff when I go home. I will give a good sir and hurriedly make my way to your side and just keep to your side because loot's not worth it right now.
So as you guys travel on, you eventually come up that looks like a carriage with a broken wheel and looks like an old man in tattered clothes trying to tend to it. He's currently on the ground, his back against one of the other wheels that's still upright, and looking like he's trying to fashion a wheel with the items around him. Just straight wood and windowing it, essentially. It's not looking like it's coming well.
Damn, just walk past him. I have no reason to stop. Actually, is he transporting anything?
His carriage is currently covered, so you're not too sure. He has a aged donkey at the helm of the carriage as well. In front of it.
Damn, which way is it heading? Towards or away from Prim?
Towards Prim.
Then I'd walk up to him. Say there, old man. What are you transporting?
I'm not transporting anything. I was actually looking to start a new life in Prim.
So what, these are your possessions? Your... what, furniture? What's it poor people have?
Oh,
I say, looking at Crow.
this is the first time he actually looks up at you and sees that you're dressed in noble-looking clothes and garb. He's like, oh, my lord, he says, bowing his head, just showing reverence. This is all that I own, that I brought with me. It's just...
And then in response to his question, I would reply, whatever you are privileged to give me.
Excuse me, my lord.
Your excuse. Out of my sight, peasant. Just walk past him.
He moves off the road to let you pass.
Good.
I would
Sure
follow.
he was telling the truth, sir? I mean,
Do
are
you
we
wish
not
to
headed to
check?
this village to make sure that Prim gets what's due?
If you wish to check, then by all means. He seems poor. If you had anything of value, then you'd have a guard, or at least an actual horse.
Say that again?
I said he seems poor. If he has anything of value, chances are he'd have a guard, or at least a horse. So far, he's a mule and a broken wheel.
I guess I would take a peek inside the wagon cart as we walk past.
Wait, my lord! And as you do, you peek in there as you just see two eyes looking back at you with an axe crossed over their chest. As it looks like a gruff male dressed in what looks like a black coat. But on the coat itself looks like it shares the emblem for King Duncan. As you just hear him suck in his teeth as he jumps up out of the cart.
I will scream, "Give back, my lord," as I attempt to be in between him and the assailant.
A smile just spreads over my face as I begin drawing my lance. King Duncan. Or at least one of his lackeys. How goes your day?
Look, you don't want this trouble. I can axe you down right where you stand, I could.
You're headed in the
you
wrong
can
direction to avoid trouble.
Or you can keep walking. Forget you even saw this.
I turn to the other and say, it sounds like he just threatened me. Did he just threaten me?
No, sir, I think he's trying to bribe us.
Hey, you're paying. I say, looking at the bandit.
He's currently just eyeing the three of you right now. As the old man on the ground is just like, oh fuck. Looking around, it's like, oh fuck.
Well,
So we take a look at this guy. How does he look?
Yeah.
Now he's more in the open.
As you look at who?
The assailant.
He looks
The
to be
axe guy?
covered up, and you can't see really past the cloak itself. You can just tell that it has a emblem that resembles the Order for King Duncan. And he's wielding looks like an iron axe.
Are Duncan and Prim on good terms?
no.
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 No, not positive terms.
No, we should kill him.
We should
kill
really
him.
stop this.
With
we should stop
extreme
this.
prejudice.
As I take a silent moment to whisper a soft prayer to Raven and activate my toggle.
Really? That's what you did?
Yes. It's a trigger roll ability. If I want to be defensive, I got to do preemptively. You say that like my life is expendable, like on the first fight. I tend not to make that happen again.
Alright, so That happens. What is everybody else doing?
Just gonna point my lance at the dude and say, "Sympathizer of the false king, lay down your arms or die."
With a, are you intimidating? Or are you just
No, it's more of an order. If you want me to roll intimidate, I will.
You can.
Yeah, fuck it.
I'm saying like that's something that would have more effect rather than just a hopeful roll or a hopeful he'll listen, which we know he won't.
Even if he doesn't, he will die.
No,
He could listen.
he could listen, but
He
he's
does
super
listen.
scared.
As
the old
he's
man
watching
feel?
over you, as you have his lance pointed, put your lance pointed at him, he gauges his axe. No. Screw this. As he latches it over his shoulder, turns off the cart, and begins to run. into
Yeah, I
the
throw a dagger
brush.
at his back. Oh, I draw a dagger and then throw it at him.
Alright, roll to hit.
That might actually miss.
See, 78. 78 is...
Oh, you know what? I have bolus. I'm not used to having throwing weapons.
No, you're
78
not.
is right knee.
Alright, so as you throw it, it pierces through the cloak that he has, and it nails what sounds like flesh as he gives off a grunt, but continues running.
How far can he move?
He moved about 20 feet away from you.
4 squares. Well, he's fast enough to attack twice.
Yes, actually, you
Yeah.
are.
That's an attack. You are fast enough. So see what happens with that.
I thought drawing the daggers counts
Doesn't
as like a
matter.
movement. Oh, okay, cool.
When you're making an attack action, if you have 4 more attack speed than the person, you make 2 attacks.
Cool. So I nailed him right in the 45, which is chest, kidneys to be exact.
No, it's not, because it's not called shot.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, it's just chest. Yeah.
So as you toss it, it gives off the sound of just like you pass through the cloak again, but gives off a clang.
Ooh, he's armored. Gonna look at the other two. Get him.
You want to do something,
Yeah.
Eva? Yeah. You haven't much of a chance. So we'll give you the spotlight.
What you two would... Wrong button. Hold on, it's frozen now. What you guys would see is just a nod of her head. And she's going to do this. Maybe.
Let's hope.
As you guys look to him, as his cloak looks like it got shredded by some type of a clawed weapon, but you didn't see anything happen.
Ooh.
Wait, did you miss? Oh no.
And with that, you don't hear a sound. You just see the claw happen as his coat gets clawed and cut open. Then you hear the thud sounds of him running, and followed by another do-do. And then no sound.
Did he just stop?
I'll walk
Or
up
there's-
behind him.
As you get past the other side of the cart, you see him on the ground.
Can I drag him around the other side of the cart to where Adelaus is?
Depends. What's your strength?
3?
You get down to try to pull him. It's actually pretty heavy.
Oh, by the way, what's the old man doing during all this?
He's just like on the ground, hands up. It's like having nothing to do with this whatsoever.
Alright, if I can't carry him, I'm going to search his pockets.
Right, as you search through his pockets, it looks like he has a bound piece of paper that's folded in such a way that it's a square. Looks like a 15 fold.
Okay. I'll take that and go back to Adelaus and hand it to him.
I would say it's sort of any sort of symbol. It's sort of like a symbol of Duncan on it.
It does not.
Like any seal, like wax seal, or is it just a letter?
That's a 15 fold paper, and so such a way that it's a square.
And I'll just open it up and read it.
And as you begin to open it up, you turn each fold in and on itself until you have it like at 3 folds now, and in the center it's like a black pellet.
Oh. It's a thing. Pass it back to Ira. I'm like, what is it?
Gather information.
No, this would be a knowledge roll. Gather information is you talking to people to figure out information.
Oh, okay.
Would it be appraise? What does appraise do?
Tells you how much
Even weird.
something's worth.
Yes.
Let's go ahead and try this one.
So looking at it, you get the idea that it looks like it could be a material component, but nothing that you know of personally, nor any of the spells that you need use something like this.
And we'll try this one.
And as far as much as you know about nature, it does not look like it's anything natural that you know.
Well, it could be part of a component for something. I'm not sure exactly what it could be. My knowledge in crafting of things is quite limited. We could see if there's somebody in town that would know what it would be.
I think we might have someone here who knows. So as I put my daggers away and point my lance at the old man.
Whose head is still on the ground, flat, not looking up. It's like, my lord, he forced me to do it, I swear! I have nothing to do with this madness.
And you lied to me. So you're facing treason charges either way. I could
No,
maybe let you...
I did not lie. I swear I came here for a new life.
But you said you had nothing of value in there. A human life is quite valuable.
It's like biting his tongue.
The pellet, the thing he's carrying, what is it?
I don't know.
The man we killed, who is he?
I don't know.
Really not making this easy for me. Do you know anything? Any pertinent information about this current situation?
I know that he said that he would pay for my entry and give me a healthy sum worth of gold for his transport. That's it.
Look at Ira and say, do you have any gold on him?
I didn't see any, no.
Seems he lied to you.
As looks like he got betrayed kind of a face, it's phase, but obviously there's bigger troubles. as he still keeps his head just pinned down to the ground. Your camera went out, Anthony. Anthony? You're muted. Give us one moment, we're having camera issues.
Yeah.
We can't hear you. I can't even hear you through the door. Anthony.
I think he's dead.
That's what I was gonna say.
The only explanation.
So what are you? What am I doing?
I was just asking if the bandit dude had any gold on him.
Yeah, but what are you? What are we doing going to where we're going?
Looking for some people that haven't been paying like food tributes, stuff like that. It's general lord bullshit.
Okay. Exactly, right? What is anything? I hate beginning of games because not everything comes together the way you want it to. But
Yeah.
at the same time, it's just that initial first step into everything that is the most difficult, you know?
You should just kill everything.
I mean, that's kind of what I'm going to do. Also, I got 2 dagger XP, didn't I?
As long as you keep track of it.
Better make sure you pick your daggers up again.
I mean, they're stuck in a dude. That I will be able to pick him up again.
Daggers?
Are they
Daggers
ju-
in
like
this
throwing
game
knives?
doesn't matter. It's the same thing with arrows. You have enough daggers to the point that it fits towards the durability.
Yeah, I was assuming like I'm carrying 30 daggers or something, because that's like the durability.
Yeah.
Oh.
So can I like recover them to recover the durability?
No.
We have 50.
Okay.
Oh.
Not without an ability.
What's going on with our missing one?
He had a random phone call from a random, not so random girlfriend, most likely.
Oh, that wasn't nice.
Alright, is it working?
I can hear you.
Yes.
Yeah, you're back.
You better?
Hurrah, woo! No.
What was that about?
Fun stuff at home is intervening now.
What fun stuff?
All the fun stuff.
Doesn't sound all that fun.
It's not.
Sounds like a phone should get turned off.
It sounds, well, if I do that, I can't play. Running Skype. So where are we?
We paused because you weren't answering.
Sorry. What was the question to me then?
It was, essentially they just now nailed the dude, they're interrogating, quote-unquote, the old guy. But, starting
Not
back in
old?
5, 4, 3, 2... Alright, and we're back. Sorry about that. So currently the guy is just on the ground, completely submissive. But doesn't seem like he's giving you any of the information that you necessarily are looking for or want.
I turn to the others. Do you have any input on the situation?
Who do you turn to?
You
To
and
the others.
Ira.
Oh, sorry. I thought you said a name and I just didn't recognize it.
No.
No, to the others. Ira would just shrug and say, "You're the boss, boss."
I would like to check the body, make sure that he is dead.
Then do so. As I put my lance away, just draw my rapier and just push it through the guy's face.
Which guy?
The peasant beggar.
Oh,
Old
okay.
guy.
Yeah, he just has his head on the ground, and you can hear the sound of soft sobs as you walk over, step on what looks like manure, and just like shake your head as you use a blade to scrape it off. Look at it, look down at him, and just drive it straight through his skull.
Yep.
As there's just a moment of a crunch as the guy doesn't even have enough time to scream, as his body just goes limp on the ground.
Turn back to Ira and say, he was a traitor. And I didn't have time to get him properly executed. So we make do.
Who am I to question your decisions?
Fair enough.
As you
That
pull
makes
secret
the
advice.
blade out, you see remnants of the peasant's gore still coated on it.
Let's rub it on his cloak.
Moving the camera
Right.
as it follows Crawl. Crawl, you move over to the slain man that's currently face down on the ground as a crimson pool starts to bleed off into the surrounding dead vegetation.
One, I kind of half-heartedly check to see if he's alive. I don't really care. What I really do care is to hopefully find that gold.
Give me a stabilize.
The old man.
Just give me a stabilize.
Stable. Oh, no. I don't want to heal him.
It's not. You're just checking his vitals.
Mm. There it is. I got a 5.
You kneel down to rub your 2 fingers against his neck. You still feel a residual heat coming from his body, but that could also be for the fact that he just died. As you take your fingers off and just kneel there for a moment looking at him, waiting for a rise and fall of his chest or something like that. As it doesn't look like anything's happening. You look at the wounds that he has, and it looks like he got clawed by some type of a beast through the cloak, to the point that he has these 4 large clawed gashes on his back that seems to be bleeding out a lot of the blood that he's losing.
Alright. Well, I'm going to give his body a once more over, and then I'm going to make sure he's dead, because I don't want residual heat. I want cold.
And you look him over, and he still doesn't move. He still just lays there.
No, like search.
Oh.
I'm getting there.
Alright, so you search through his pockets and everything that looks like a regular pocket. You move the axe to the side, and yeah, it looks like a iron axe. Nothing too extravagant or anything like that. But he doesn't seem to be giving any resistance or anything that you expect a living person would do, so you assume that he's dead.
Well, I'm going to take my lance and just pierce the back of his neck with it.
How hard?
All the way?
Like, are you doing a
Sure.
slow push, or are you doing a thrust?
No, I'm trying to finish this. We still
So-
got stuff to do.
It's a slow push or a thrust? Yes or no?
It's a
Or
thrust.
which one?
It is a thrust.
Okay.
A thrust. I'm sorry. I'm thrusting him.
Alright, so as you thrust the lance into the back of his neck, he just packs his head up for a moment. It's like, ah! as his body convulses, stops, and then falls flat.
He's dead now.
Good, good. Chuck the bodies on the carts. Let's burn it.
You want to keep his insignia as proof?
No, we have
Perhaps
Leo's.
maybe-
We have the letter. Well, the
What
pellet.
letter? We have a pellet.
Yeah. I assume that's all all the value from him. Actually, all right. Yes, let's take the insignia.
Yeah.
Something
Take
to gloat
the-
about.
Not. Where are we going? Oh yeah, Easy Seed.
Yes.
Yeah. What if Easy Seed's in league with Duncan?
Then we kill all of them at our.
Sound grueling. Let's do it. As I begin to drag the bodies onto the wagon. What about the mule?
I just walk up and cut it free. No reason for that to die. Do you want it?
I'm not hungry.
Get a slap on the back and send it running, hopefully.
As you do, it just bats its ears as it begins to trot forward.
Well, that wasn't overwhelming. Well, let's
But
go
if you brought a
quickly.
fire starter.
Good point.
Did anybody buy the pack yet as well?
I have it.
Okay, cool. I'm just wondering.
Alright, so you put the two bodies on there, and as you do, you hear a soft meow sound coming from the cart.
Just ignore it.
Pull off the entire cover.
You see a array of just knickknack and junk, nothing more than like 125 gold worth of someone's life, with a black and white kitten in there.
Mine. Dibs.
By all means.
Ira goes up to it and tries to pick it up very gently.
It's about 3 months old.
Aww. Okay, so she picks it up and holds it close.
It explodes. No.
Oh, sad face.
It's the new kitten grenades. Perfect.
Oh, that was horrible. So as you bring the kitten to your chest, the two of them dump the two bodies in there. Oh, also, after you remove the cloak, yeah, he was wearing a iron breastplate.
Yeah, but that's not usable now, given to the giant gash marks in the back now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's super not good. Is he wearing any other armor?
No.
No? Yeah. But we don't need that then.
So Ira's holding the kitten and just kind of like scuttles her way back from the cart.
Well, let's burn it. Don't have it littering our roads. We can finally get these caravans moving. No obstacles.
I hand Craw the fire starter real quick.
And then I attempt to light the wagon. Is the wagon already off the road?
Somewhat, yeah.
Somewhat,
It's like on
okay.
the corner of it.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
So as you just grab a bunch of dead grass in the area, you get enough that it could start a rather hot fire.
You want me to do a survival for this fire?
It's really not that difficult.
Oh, okay.
As you start the thing to get to blaze, it's like easy enough. Catches on fire.
Yep, no fire safety here. Just walk away as soon as it's lit.
I follow. Just happily petting a kitten.
I want to give the area a look around to see if there's anyone else hiding. And then just after a quick glance, we'll march forward.
All right. As you give a quiet just stare at the surroundings, you see the wind blowing all the dead grass in the area. As you look back and forth, as you stop, sigh, and then turn back around to catch up with the other two. As you didn't see anything in your immediate area.
Nope. That satisfies me.
So, about 10 hours pass as you guys are walking down the road. As the sun went into its full cycle as it's starting to set. As you reach a point in the road where there's more trees and vegetation starts to grow back and looks like it's definitely a lot more lively. Though, granted, looking back and around you, it still looks like you're walking down a trail in the middle of a plain, just with some trees every now and then.
Somewhere along the way, I would have asked Craw for my fire starter back.
Oh, yeah, I would hand that back to you.
But granted, sun's going down, and it is getting pretty late.
We'll just attempt to find an area that would look suitable to give us some kind of a shelter.
Yep.
I would ask. So are we tucking in for the night?
Yes, it's getting dark. May as well.
So as you look around, there's definitely more inclines, though they're small, to give off like hills and whatnot. There's like, for every square mile, like 15 trees, so it's not very tree friendly right now.
Pretty much just anywhere that gives a tiny bit of shelter from the wind.
Behind one of the
Rain.
inclines.
Yeah.
Alright, are you setting up a full camp?
To the
As
best
well.
of our ability. Yeah. Well, I'll set up his tent. And,
Yeah, how much
Myra's
is like the
tent.
standard backpack thing?
yeah.
Forgot to buy that stuff.
I'd assumed I would have been carrying
300.
that for you.
Yeah.
The price. Yeah, it's 300.
300.
Cool.
So you guys take the hour to set up camp, get everybody's tent set up. Who's on fire duty?
I will.
Alright. Roll me a survival check.
I will. And I'll also be. No, never mind. Not yet. Where am I? Here we are. Okay. Underused.
Alright, so
Thank
you
you.
easily find a tree that was not all the way grown, it was a sapling, and you take it. As you look around it, as you just break it off and start like cutting it up in pieces. It wouldn't make a very good fire, but you do it anyway. Next to it looks like it was a downed tree that has some dried up bark and whatnot that you're like, oh, that'll make a decent fire. As you bring
And I
that
have this
back to
fresh
the-
tree smell. Saplings just for the scent.
And so Croc comes back with a sapling and a dead tree.
Is he looking to create some smoke there?
For the fresh tree smell.
And it'll create smoke.
Point it away from the camp.
Atlas just sits down, looks like climbs into his tent.
At this point, the kitten has been meowing for the past, 2 hours.
I attempt to feed the kitten a ration.
Give me your handle animal.
Oh no.
You don't have handle animal.
No.
So it's a
I do,
D20 minus 5.
Andy, right?
D20
D10, my fault.
plus skill.
Huh?
Is it skill?
Yes. It's half your skill rounded down. Or up. Rounded up. It does not seem to be taking it. And so it just gnaws on your finger and still meows. Not actually biting, more like a suckling.
And this kitten's not 3 months old.
Jennifer said it was a normal kitten. This is dire kitten.
I'll dip my finger into the water skin. So she's at least suckling, or he's at least suckling water off of my finger.
You go through that, and that does something. Granted, the idea that it's not eating isn't all the best. As the rest
If
of
it's
these... yeah, go ahead.
If it's still meowing like 20 minutes after I've gone into my tent, I'll just stick my head out. Shut that thing up or hand it here.
I'll walk off from the little camp area and do a little circle around it.
I'd look at Crow and shrug. I'm actually quite good with animals. Fair enough. Curl back up in my tent and try and get to sleep.
Would I have noticed any animals around? Just that so happen to be pregnant? No, I'm being dead serious. That's survival 19.
No, you're too busy doing fire survival. If you want to give me a spot check, you can.
I can attempt. I gotta quiet that thing one way or another.
You do not see
rolled-
any animals at this time, other than some birds every now and then. But as the sun goes down, the birds begin to fade out, though you still see shadows in the sky flapping about every now and then. So about 20 minutes later, it's still meowing.
Yeah, I'll just get up out of my tent and start walking towards Ira.
Hey, what's this?
I get up close, you just put out a hand. I'll sit here.
She blinks at you for a moment. I'm okay with killing people.
I kind of cock my head. And it's here.
She sighs and hands the kitten over.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll handle animal. So from a race, I get like a natural +1, and either that or tracking, right?
Say again?
From a race, I get like natural ranking, handle animal or tracking. I assume it won't be in tracking.
I believe so. Let me check.
Cataballan or whatever.
No, you're
Alright.
general.
Alright.
So no, you don't.
Yeah, you get nothing. Yeah. Attempt your handle
Hey,
animal.
You put
Your skill.
for race.
It's a
you put Cataballan.
D10.
Oh no, that's meant to be male. Sorry. Okay, I get you.
Mm.
I understand now. So D10 plus half a skill.
Minus
Plus
5.
D10. Like crunch up a little bit of food and try and like hand it to it.
You crunch up the food, though it puts it in its mouth as it just pushes it back out with its tongue and just continues to meow.
Hand it back to
Hey, do I have any lithium on me?
I don't know, do you?
Yes.
Okay. Why are you looking at me?
No, no reason. I hand you a bottle and I say, here, give this to it. I hear these things like liquids.
What color is the liquid that he's handing me?
Tea. No, it's a gray-ish liquid with like flakes of something in it. In a vial.
She says, thanks, I'll pass.
I look disappointed.
So do you all eventually give up?
Do we eventually murder it?
I mean, I'm gonna try and get to sleep. If it's meowing so loud I can't, I might actually murder it.
Here in Requiem games, we love kittens.
Kittens, children, old people. We love them.
We're all evil.
It would have been nice if you guys
No.
kept the milk carton that cart had.
What milk carton?
The one that was in there.
Nah, it wasn't a milk carton.
So what are you guys doing with the rest of your night?
I'll take
I'm
first watch.
Ira then Craw on watch. I sleep throughout the night.
Alright.
So you guys have a
Oh.
moment that you guys are alone without Adelaus awake and telling you what to do.
You mean he actually gets to sleep?
Yeah.
He's not a light sleeper.
Okay. Wouldn't Craw be sleeping as well then?
He said he was staying up.
Did I?
That's what I thought I heard you say.
I said I was doing
I don't
first
have a
watch.
session. Yeah, and then crawl.
Why do you look at me?
I don't know, because you're right there. And your fucking video never shows up, so I can't see you on my phone.
Why do you need to see me?
I always want to see you.
Gay.
Why can't I just see you for no damn reason?
So are you going to sleep or staying up?
I'm going to sleep. I was just wondering how long are the watches?
That'd be something that you had to talk to them, not me.
That's what I talked to Irelia. It's like, how long do you want to be up for?
How long's the sun been down?
It just went down.
Down.
5 hours or so?
So he's gonna take a 10-hour rest, and then we'll just do a 5-hour each then.
Essentially.
Okay. Around June time, he was. I don't know, depending whatever the sun works.
Alright, so do you retire?
I retire. And I'm gonna precariously leave bottle a little drip near where I really his tent is.
Alright, so eventually your watch goes. Give me a spot. About a... Oh, give me a spot first.
What?
So it goes uneventful. You don't see anything.
Mm-hmm.
And then I need a constitution from you, Adelaus.
Is this for the cat? Okay, +9. Ain't that bad.
Meow! 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 Your eyes just shot open, blood blood stained still. Meow!
Poke my head out of the
Hunt
tent. That cat's gonna get us all killed. I'll be shut it up or kill it.
Meanwhile, you see the bonfire just billowing smoke.
I walk farther away from his tent.
I'll just start and climb out of my tent and just sit and watch myself. 'Cause I'm not gonna die due to their incompetence.
Give me a spot. And give me a survival, Miss Ira. Ira.
Don't mess up the fire.
It's not on my token ability.
It's
I have
under.
to go down
It's
to
under.
it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I go through my thing for all of them now. Yay!
Nice.
Aren't you doing the survival checks?
It's magic based.
I know, I said, why isn't she doing them?
Because I have higher. We have roughly the same magic, but I have more ranks into it.
Yeah. So,
We have the same magic?
No.
I have 9. You have 10.
As you start looking around, you actually come across a sleeping, looks like gazelle, type of animal.
Mm-hmm.
Except it has, the back half of it looks like a zebra and the rest of it looks like a gazelle.
Okay.
That's what you came across. It looks like it's sleeping by itself.
Murdering. Blood to the blood.
Mm. Can I send Nightmare after it?
If you get that close, I would need a move silent before you get in range.
Oh, let's try it.
You have a -2.
Okay.
Someone's carrying around a meowing kitten with her.
There we go.
Meow, meow, meow.
11.
Meow, meow. Alright, so you're actually able to get close now. And roll 2, hit twice, because it's sleep.
Yay, it hurts.
So before it even has a chance to react, you send Nightmare out as his claws rip into the creature's throat as it shoots its eyes open, as it just jumps up to its feet and immediately just falls back down as it gets its paw, just pushes it on its neck and then just inserts its claw right behind its neck, close to its neck to its ear.
Now that it's dead, was it male or female?
It looks female.
Yay, it's got teats.
Is it pregnant?
Doesn't matter. Sometimes the suckling's enough to silence a kitten. I drag the dead body back over to camp. You need a strength. I've got a strength of 2.
So that's gonna take a while. Do you have +1 thing? Actually, forgot the name of that animal.
Gazelle?
No, the name of the animal that looks like a gazelle but has a zebra's butt.
A Zabelle?
But did you roll for your spot already? Yes, you did.
Yeah, she rolled it. Yeah, she didn't
No,
see
not
much.
him. Or her. Him.
Me? No.
Oh, copy.
Oh, copy. So as you keep your eye out, you still notice the shadows flying off into the darkness. As the campfire illuminates it more, they look like large bats just flying around the area.
They seem to be circling or just flying about.
At first they seem to be flying about, but as the smoke begins to rise up more, it looks like they start to circle.
Yeah, keep an eye on them. Can't get my throwing knives out, just ready in case.
Do I see these things?
Looking at them from the distance, yeah, you can. And it looks like about 50 or so of them flying about around the camp area itself.
I'm gonna do a knowledge nature to see if I know what they are. Nope, I know nothing.
You assume they're flying they're bats. Yeah, flying bats. Unlike those not flying bats.
There's famous
Okay, I'm-
aquatic bats.
The swimming
try to-
bats.
I want to try to get Theodore to latch on the Deado copy.
You're coming out of scale for the capture, by the way. Centered. There you are.
Me?
No, not you.
Oh, okay.
Alright, roll me a handle animal.
Is there a bonus to this one?
Alright, so as you do bring Theodore towards it, you bring him towards the nipple as he looks at it, and starts biting on it, lets go, and with his baby claws, climbs on top of it and moves up towards its neck area where it has scars on it, and starts pulling on its ripped flesh.
Okay, I move it closer towards the gouge that Nightmare left.
It looks like it bends down and starts biting on it, eating on the flesh itself.
Okay.
Isn't it great to have a miniature pet nightmare just next to you at all times? Knowing you're never going to see its adult form.
Ignore him.
A lot of my characters.
Well, you're not even awake right now.
It does. Well, a lot of my other characters have done weird pet things.
Alright, so as you move back to the camp, about an hour and a half passes, Ellis.
With the cat being quiet.
Now that you see her coming, hunched over like she's dragging something into camp.
We're gonna sit in silence and watch her.
But you notice that there's no meowing going on as I come closer into camp.
What have you found?
The animal, dead. Yeah. Food, essentially.
Good.
I can't cook
Look.
for shit though.
No, not can I. They will have that for breakfast. That's the cat. Did you kill it?
Nope.
Well, very well then. Climb back into the bed. The watch is yours until Crow wakes up.
And she nods.
So as you crawl back in bed, you start to get to the point where you're about to get back to sleep. As Crawl rises back up and goes through his morning malaise, which keep you from getting to sleep.
This is why usually I have my own wing of a palace.
So Crawl, you finally get up.
Finally get up and start doing my morning exercises. Just no, like that's it. I'm just doing regimens of strength-based exercises.
Alright, for 5 hours?
Well, no, it's the morning routine. That's training.
Alright, for so how
Like an
long?
hour.
Okay.
For an hour.
You have an hour based worth of training.
Yeah, I do. Then we carry on with the normal watch proceedings.
Do you go to sleep? By the way.
Right now I'm watching Theodore, waiting to see if he gets his fill or gets tired from all the crying he's done and all the gnawing he's done.
He actually chews on it enough that most of its neck is removed and chewed into its actual muscle
Mm-hmm.
until you actually see some of the bone before he stops.
Cool. Okay. I'm going to do a what the fuck is this animal thing.
Knowledge nature?
What, you don't believe it's a kitty?
No. What the fuck is that animal at a 12?
Looking at it, you definitely don't think it's a cat. Or a house cat.
Okay. So we're going to, out of character, say, bring it on, this bitch is mine.
See, it's a good feeling.
Be right back.
Why do you think I don't usually kill animals?
Though this is a good point for us to take our next break. Thank you guys
Yeah.
for watching. We're going to take a 10 to 15 minute break to stretch and get all comfortable and whatnot. So we're going to be back in around that time. Thanks for watching. See you soon.